The G1 Climax keeps rolling on as the action keeps hitting us hard and strong, with surprises too. Hello everybody, I'm just a simple man, and my name is Noah Foster, and welcome once again to another Simple Take and Predictions video. Audio only. This time we will be looking at a simple take on the past 2 days, days 5 and 6 of the G1 Climax, as well as predicting day 7. So why don't we just run down the card right quick. So first off, day 5 and day 6, they were A block and B block action respectively. And the surprises just keep coming and coming and coming, it seems, because I can't believe some of the freaking nonsense I have seen. Why don't we just start first with Thursday, July 18th. It's so difficult watching these things live when you gotta freaking go to work and you're in the States, but I digress. One of these days I gotta make sure I go to a freaking show. Okay, so first off, first block match was Kenta and Let's Archer. Kenta, he pulled out the win, and he still is perfect right now in the A block. He pulled out with what's being called game over. It was a very competitive back and forth bout. I feel like if the claw was attached, because he went for the everybody dies claw, still long name, kind of don't get it. I feel like Lance Archer would have got him here, but he didn't. So Kenta, once again, building momentum. Moving on from here was definitely an epic clash between two men out to prove something to themselves, but also I feel to each other. Evil and Sonata had an incredible back and forth bout. In the end, everything is evil, and Evil won. But both men, they used everything, including each other's moves. Not only the Paradise Lock, but Cold Skull, and everything is evil. So Evil definitely, I feel like, needed the win here. He knows how much Sonata wants this, but he also knows how good Sonata is. And he feels like only he can know that because he and Sonata are, of course, LIJ partners. Which is definitely proven now how strong that is because there was the light fist bump in the end. But he will say he's not going to leave you with any doubts. Guarantee I'm going to win. Moving on from here, typical Bullet Club shenanigans. Bad Luck Fale, Kazuchika Okada, even before Okada could come out to his Rainmaker theme. Bad Luck Fale attacks the man backstage, attacks him in the ring, with Chase Owens in his corner. They try to pull up some shenanigans, and short bout failed. Okada wins with a simple roll-up. No Rainmaker, actually. So, once again, Bad Luck Fale, sorry, short end of the stick. He's only got 2 points. Okada, perfect in the block run with 6 points. He might actually pull off what hasn't been pulled off since 2000. The IWGP Heavyweight Champion winning the G1 Climax. Moving on from there, we had a competitive bout, which was really a story of redemption, in my opinion, between Zack Sabre Jr. and Hiroshi Tanahashi, where the ace finally, redemption! He picks up the win with a jackknife hold. Once again, Zack Sabre Jr., he lets his own ego, basically, cost him the victory here, and he blows a gasket and throws a fit. Because right now, Zack Sabre Jr. is 0-3. He has 0 points. When you're this deep in the G1, a third of it, and you have 0, you are definitely in some deep trouble. Both men jockeying for submissions and leg holds. Vicious inverted dragon screw, I think, told the story of the rest of the match with Zack Sabre Jr. Even though he really didn't play it off, it looks like Tanahashi, a man who I believe his pride will make sure he never stops wrestling, he won. I'm sure he's going to be feeling that for a long time, though. Moving on from there was definitely match of the night and a pinnacle match of this tournament, in my opinion, that nearly went the time limit. So glad it didn't, though. So glad it was definitive winner. I pray that Ospreay's neck is okay, though, because Kota Ibushi, Will Ospreay left it all out there in the ring, and this goes all the way back to really Wrestle Kingdom, where Will Ospreay pulled out the Hidden Blade against his idol and won the Never Openweight Championship. But Kota finally picks up his first win here and gets 2 points. It took 27 minutes and 16 seconds, but he got him with the Kamagoye. What an incredible back-and-forth match this was. And Kota concludes the night saying, I will not betray you. Please believe in me and follow me this summer. I will win the G1. I just hope Ospreay's neck's okay, especially after that one move Kota pulled off. Moving on from there, we went into a B-block action. And this was on July 19th, which I watched today. Holy cow, what a night. Let's go into the block matches and quickly discuss. So first off, of course, we had Shingo Takagi and Taiji. And surprisingly, Taiji did not pull out the Iron Finger of Doom. And maybe that was the difference maker. But he did have Mio Abe in his corner, too, when she came into play. And that's more of a roadblock than a distraction. She is beautiful, though. Shingo Takagi, he picks up the win, though. He's got 4 points. Taiji, he's got 2 still. Fun match. Last of the Dragon led to victory after a couple of pumping bomber kickouts. But this match was very aggressive and fair. The pants came off, and I feel like if he hit that buzzsaw kick, he probably would have won, but Taichi did not. Last of the Dragon in 14 minutes, near 15 minutes. gave Shingo the win. Following this was about a mutual respect but incredible hard-hitting affair, with both men jockeying for position to see who could suplex the other one more or hit the other one harder in the face. It was a tour of the islands, though, that gave Jeff Cobb his first win in the G1. Good for him. Mutual respect. Juice Robinson raised his hand in the end. A lot of incredible highlights here, including a friggin' shooting star press by Jeff Cobb. Men his size, you just don't think would be able to do that, but he was. And Juice Robinson pulled everything out, except I think left-handed God. He hit him with the right. I feel like if he hit him with his left, he probably would have won. And following this, we got... I can't believe this happened again. He did it again! Toru Yano, the spoiler. Oh my gosh. Toru Yano, I'm sorry, Courtney. Forgive me. Go follow her podcast, folks. Breathe with the Switch, babe. Toru Yano picks up the win over Jay White in 3 minutes and 4 seconds, using Gato's own brass knuckles for a dreaded brass low blow roll-up. And it was literally like 3 minutes. There's not much more I could say here. Every shenanigan was pulled out. There was a different name for the turnbuckles. And in the end, low blows aside, Jay White preventing them for the most part. Toru Yano got the better of him, right behind back. Brass knuckles to the jewels of Jay White. And Toru Yano picks up the win and takes the brass knuckles with him. And you can tell how pissed off Jay White and Gato are, because this means now Jay White is 0-3. That's right. He has 0 points right now in this G1 so far, while Toru Yano has 4. And moving on from there, we go into our next bout where really both men needed the win here, but one man needed it more than the other. I thought the title was a curse. I was wrong. Tetsuya Naito picks up the win over Hiroshi Goto in an incredible, hard-hitting 60-minute affair, using not one, but 2 death steals in the end. He was definitely anything but tranquilo in this match, and I can't blame him, considering if you are 0-3, Naito, you might as well have called it quits. So I'm glad that he won, and finally on the board. He's still my pick to win the entire block. Which leads me to the main event of that night. My God, Jon Moxley, Tomohiro Ishii, neither man is human. What an incredible match. So many hard strikes, so many get-ups after suplexes and lariats. Both men wanting more from each other. Ishii, I think, absolutely loving it. Seiya hit me at one point. Moxley's just hitting him. Ishii's just eating them. One point, both men were on their knees and hands, headbutting each other literally like dogs. But in the end, Jon Moxley got the better of Tomohiro Ishii with 2 exposed knee strikes and a Death Rider, which means Jon Moxley is 3-0 right now, a perfect score, and the only perfect score so far in the B block. To think, the idea of Jon Moxley winning the B block and facing maybe Kazuchika Okada in the finals, or even Jon Moxley taking this whole thing and challenging the IWGP Heavyweight Championship at friggin' Wrestle Kingdom. I know it's far-fetched, highly unlikely in all likelihood, because he's signed with AEW and they go live in October. But again, you gotta imagine there's still gonna be dates he could take on the indies, such as this. Think about it, folks. We got Jon Moxley in Wrestle Kingdom, facing for the IWGP Heavyweight Championship. Now, in my opinion, I feel like this is the way Minoru Suzuki comes in play, because this is the man that I feel should have been in it at one point in one of these blocks, and to this day has not said anything, but has given everybody he's looked at the death stare. I gotta imagine if Jon Moxley actually wins this, it's gonna end up being Jon Moxley versus Minoru Suzuki for the IWGP title match at Wrestle Kingdom to see who faces the champ, whether it's Okada or somebody else. Because again, folks, G1 Climax sets it up, but anything can happen on the road to destruction that goes in Kobe. Apologies for butchering that town. Bottom line is this: Jon Moxley right now, freaking phenomenal, reinvented, stronger than ever. What a match. The guy is perfect so far. So those are my simple takes on the past 2 nights. Let's go ahead and get into our next night, which is just a few hours away, night 7, where the A block is in action. Let's go ahead and briefly discuss those matches. Our first match here is really a match in the making, more times than you can count, but goes in the champ's favor. It's Kazuchika Okada versus Will Ospreay. You gotta imagine he's gonna be the pick to win, not only with the bad neck he's had, but overall singles record, it's 3-0 in Okada's favor, but this is their first G1 meeting. And again, Kazuchika Okada is the guy that brought Will Ospreay into the fold of Chaos, and you see what we have gotten from there. But with that, I went with wild, just wild, because I could see anything happening in this G1, and I've been surprised so far. I went with Will Ospreay for the win here. So I'm going against the odds, even though it is Kazuchika Okada 3-0 in the G1 versus Will Ospreay 1-2 in this G1. Moving on from there, Kota Ibushi versus Sanada. Neither of these men are strangers to each other. In overall singles record, though, Sanada has the ups over Kota, and shout out to New Japan Pro Wrestling, where I'm getting a lot of this information from. Again, folks, don't plagiarize. I support and respect and appreciate and talk wrestling. And shout out to Jeff Meacham. Go check out his show. Anyway, Kota Ibushi, he says he's got to win every match from this point on. Sanada, though, I'm sure he wants to go against Okada again, who calls him his greatest rival. But in this match, I actually gave it to Sanada. Sorry, I gave it to Sanada, and I think he's going to pick up the win with Cold Skull over Kota Ibushi, who is not a stranger to tapping out before. And we'll see what happens, because both men need this here. Both men are tying the G1. Neither man can afford to lose. We will see what happens. But then again, Ibushi is always a man that learns. We'll see what happens. Moving on from here is a first-time ever encounter between Kenta, who is perfect right now, also in the A block, 3-0, versus Evil, who finally picked up his first win. But Evil said, "Do not doubt me." And again, this is Kenta's pro wrestling, which Shibata, especially watching over him, even as spectator or commentator, you gotta imagine it's gonna go in Kenta's favor, right? He's gotta be a strong pick to probably win the A block. And this is his debut. But I actually went with the veteran here, and I went with Evil picking up 2 points over Kenta. So I'm curious to see what happens. Moving on from there, we have the ace of New Japan, Hiroshi Tanahashi versus Lance Archer. The ace finally coming up his first win in the G1 versus Lance, who says the sins of Kenta will fall on you, Tanahashi, because Kenta beat Lance. Can Lance beat Hiroshi Tanahashi? We will see. But the overall singles record does state in favor of Hiroshi Tanahashi, who is 2-0 against this guy. Lance Archer, who's reinvented, it seems, really in this G1 and claims everybody dies. I actually went for him to pick up the win here. And I honestly think he's going to win with a blackout, not the Everybody Dies claw. Which leads us to our main event, a very unique one to say the least. Zack Sabre Jr., who is 0-3, versus Bad Luck Fale, who actually does have a win in the G1. Only one, but it's still more than Zack Sabre Jr. If Zack Sabre Jr. loses this match, I imagine he's going to destroy everybody around him. Every young lion, every referee, and maybe even attempt to destroy Bad Luck Fale. Because Bad Luck Fale, he's rogue, and he can win by any means. With that being said, the current overall singles record is 1-0 in Zack Sabre Jr.'s favor. I miss Taka, and I feel like Taka is definitely the guy that could help Zack get the win here. But with that, I'm going to just simply say Zack Sabre Jr. finally picks up his first win. Because again, I don't see any man getting less than 6 points, but I don't see Zack Sabre Jr. getting less than 8. I see him really picking up this G1. I feel like he's going to go to Master if he doesn't. So, those are my simple predictions for Night 7 of the G1 Climax. So let me know what you think. Like, share, subscribe, comment, tell a friend. You got bragging, let me know your thoughts. Let me know your predictions. And if you want to know more about me, you know this. I'm just a simple man and a lifelong fan of wrestling. So if you want more wrestling content, follow the Simple YouTube channel. Follow me on Twitter, nodq.com/Noah. Or follow Simple Man Live on Instagram @nfoster1916. Until the next video, which will be Ring of Honor come tomorrow morning. Please follow my heart, my channel too, if all that matters. Share a live with a friend. Enjoy life, enjoy wrestling. Take care of your families. Go Genyo, sayonara, and see you next time after G1 Night 7. Take care, folks. Bye-bye.